This is a review for the conversion kit for the LED headlamp for the H1 bulb. Basically, in this box it comes with two of the bulb replacements. Basically this part, you'll be putting this sticky tape that it comes with on the back and hopefully zip tying that to something, and then this will connect to things, and the bulbs are wrapped in foam and they come with some twisty ties and the manual. Now my car is a Honda CRV 2006 SE series. I've replaced my bulbs before, so I'm familiar with how the whole ensemble goes together. Basically there is a unit that comes off, which is like the power, and then there's like a rubber gasket, and then there's a hook thing that you have to unhook, and then you can remove the bulb. The hook thing is similar to this picture. My part actually comes off here versus folding down. There's instructions in here for different models. Where it said the H1, it was a little bit different than my car. So I will just kind of go through the installation with you and we'll see how we end up. But yeah, this little hooky thing is similar to what's in my car. And that's always been the troublesome part with changing the bulbs in my car, is that hooky thing. This is the passenger side light. You can see the electrical part plugged into the rubber part. I'm going to pull out the electrical part. That's the electrical part pulled out. Those bottom two will go into the bottom down here when it comes back out again. I'm going to now remove that rubber ring. This is the rubber ring just as I've taken it out. And now back on in there, you can see that the two prongs, and I'm going to remove that. I'm wearing gloves because this can be quite dirty. The next part is actually removing that clip. You can see part of the silver part up top. You push in and then toward the driver's side, pull it towards you. It's actually the silver part now down at the bottom, and then you'll be able to remove the pronged part right here. This is the pronged part with the bulb in it. This is what that looks like. So this is the setup. This is the bulb right here. This guy needs to be taped and zip tied to something. And then this right here, these are those two plugs that I just plugged into the two plugs where this guy would normally go into. And one of these has a blue stripe, one of them doesn't, so I'm going to call that the ground. And I'm going to plug in the black one on that side and the red one on the other. There's no real instructions on that, but that makes logical sense. So I realized that I could no longer put the rubber gasket cover thing on there because of this wire right here, so I took it out. That clip did come unclipped pretty darn easy, but basically I shoved it in that hole and I'm going to stick that through. So I did a bit of zip tying. Basically I zip tied around this and had these down. There's a little dip in there and I can't really see it, but I put the two wires down in that and I zip tied that tight. Then I did another zip tie the other direction so that if the one slips, this one's going to catch it. And then I zip tied it down a little bit below. Tucking this down in here. The last step will be to be doing something sticky with that silver part. And I'm going to stick it to the side of the light ensemble. No, it's not the easiest thing to see, but basically I have that one silver part sticky to the side, and the unit is in its home, and the cables are down in there. The light is now shining. This is the low beam. The low one is, I'm sorry, this is the high beam. The low one's the high beam, and the one on the outside is the low beam. And it is shining nice and bright right off the bat. My car, on the passenger side, both are the LEDs, and on the driver's side, The regular one is an LED, and the other one is still the regular one, just because I don't have another one of those rubber boots for it. It's been living with that one. But that's my old foggy one, and they're both working great. And this is my newer one that actually got replaced in an accident a bit back, and they both look great too.